Dr. Aikyna Finch here. Of course, I'm Dr. Aikyna Finch. I do education, motivation, and social media. So, I decided to do this post because I wanted to give the update on my Facebook post that I made about having my medical condition today. So, I had two appointments with starting at 1 o'clock, 1:45. I did not get home. I did not leave the hospital until about 5 o'clock. So that's first. That's first off, just the ridiculousness of that was just astronomical to me, because I'm a person that's all about time. So that was just mind blowing. But so basically, I found out in May that I possibly have high blood pressure. Never had it before. Never had the problem. I all of a sudden had a weight gain issue, and some other things just happened to me all of a sudden. But I was traveling, and I was doing a lot of traveling. Sometimes I was in 2 or 3 cities in 1 week. And my body wasn't used to it. My body was used to traveling, but not doing that extensive amount of traveling. I mean, in May, I think I was in 6 cities in April alone. So, your body, and it started in January, so it was extensive, right? So when your body takes a hit like that, and you've never experienced that before, some changes can happen, right? So, I started noticing these different issues in April, and I was dizzy, lightheaded, things like that. Was dragging a little bit, but I was also eating whatever I could get a hold to, especially in the airport, because you not necessarily have a lot of healthy food choices. So, catch that. The healthy food choices is very, very important. Now, we're going through all of this, right? So that's just the background of the situation, right? So, first off, I'm doing something brand new. I'm traveling, first of all. Hey, Kenya. And then I'm traveling extensively, first off. I'm eating foods I'm not supposed to be eating. Hey, Vanessa. I'm eating stuff that I'm not necessarily supposed to be eating. That's not the most healthiest food choices. And I'm gaining weight. Okay? So y'all already know that this is a, cause for like disaster. All right. So, fast forwarding on to May 8th. We finally get an appointment. Me and my doctor going back and forth. She's out of town, I'm out of town. She's out of town, I'm out of town. Finally get to the appointment because I'm having a medical issue. Come to find out, she puts me on the table. Now, I want to tell you what my blood pressure was normally. My normal blood pressure was 118, maybe between 110 and 118, respectfully. Been that way forever, okay? She goes to put my cuff on me, and she's pumping, and she's pumping, and she's pumping, and she's pumping, and she's like, what's going on here? She reads the number off to me. I go from 118 to 150 over 95. I'm like, what? 150? How we go from 118 to 150? What's going on here? So she makes me lay down, I have to lay on my side, and I have to make sure I don't cross my legs and all that. So ladies, crossing your legs, you don't want to cross your legs. It works on your blood pressure. That's a good tip. So she made sure I didn't do all of those things and made me lay down and all that good stuff. And then I got up there, and it dropped 10 points, but it was still 140. So needless to say, a healthy blood pressure is in the 120 range. Okay, so she's already alerted. So she tells me that I have to come back in 3 weeks and I have to lose 5 pounds. If I don't lose 5 pounds and my blood pressure is high, then I'm going to go on blood pressure medicine. Now, okay, I'm not even 40, folks. I'm not interested in blood pressure medicine. Not interested in it at all. Okay, so, but also, I was like, oh, how am I going to lose this 5 pounds? Because I knew I was traveling. Do you have white coat syndrome? Do I have white coat syndrome? I'm trying not to have white coat syndrome. I promise you, I don't want to see them as much as they don't want to see me. Okay? So fast forward, we go there. Of course, in the process of this 3 weeks that I'm supposed to be relaxing and chilling, I have an event. And of course, the event is I'm flying in and flying out. But the good thing about it is it's a health event. So I get to check my blood pressure. So I'm already ahead of the game. I said, well, let's see if I at least lost the weight. And let me see if I, got the pounds. So, of course, I get on there. She takes my blood pressure. She's pumping. The first read, it's so high, the thing wouldn't even read it. Okay? It wouldn't even read the thing. So then she was like, oh, that don't look good. So then she has to do it again. And she's taking it from the arm, the right arm instead of the left arm. Okay. So she's taking it from the arm that doesn't get, the better pressure. And from that arm, it registered 160. So I'm going up. And then to make matters worse, I'm supposed to lose 5 pounds. I done gained 3. Come on through. So you already know I'm already messed up, right? I'm like, okay, here we go with this. So I already know what I'm getting ready to deal with when I go into this doctor's office. Sure enough, I go into the doctor's office. Right. Oh, no. So I get into the doctor's office. Now, mind you, on Saturday, it's 160. Now, keep in mind that that I had some pretzels that day, and you're not supposed to have salt with high blood pressure and all that good stuff. So, yeah, I kind of jinxed myself. But, nevertheless. So, go to the doctor's office a couple of days later. She's all, let's take your blood pressure. She starts pumping. Pump, 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 pump. I mean, there was a cuff mark on my arm, people. She was pumping that hard. So then I said, okay. The first one she couldn't get a read off of. So then she had to go to the other arm to try to get a read. And then, of course, it was like 140 or something, 150 or something like that. She was like, So she does this one again, right? And it is 168 over 114. 168 over 114. That's outrageous. That's outrageous. So, needless to say, we had to go to sleep again and all of that, and not crossing the legs and all this hooey. And it went down, yes, 168 over 114. So then it went down to 158, but nevertheless, it's still too high. So guess who gets to walk home with a prescription for blood pressure medicine? Now, see, this is how she gets me, because I was not on the board for that train. I was like, no, thank you. I don't want those. So she threatens me with stroke. Well, you really need to take these pills, because if you don't take these pills, you could possibly have a stroke. Mind you, I'm still not 40 yet. I'm not interested in having a stroke. I'm not interested in having a stroke. So, no, it seems to be okay. So, right. So, we're moving forward here. Yeah, I'm loving it, y'all. I'm hoping y'all enjoying my story, by the way. I'm going around the tree and through the bush, but I want y'all to get the background. If y'all want the short version, put short version in the comments. Otherwise, I'll continue on with the long version so you can get the fullest. And so, I'll be looking for short. So, in the middle of this process, so I'm going over here and I'm getting this blood pressure medicine. She tells me, You just need to lose 5 pounds. Now, mind you, I done, thank you, Miss Lowe. So, oh, you want short? Yes, I'm better. Yeah, I'm going to show you the prompts. This is what I have to make me better now after this appointment. This is what we're getting to. So, yes. But, so we go through here, and she tells me, if you lose 5 pounds, then you can get off your blood pressure medicine. And, your blood pressure will be beautiful. We'll take you right off of it. So I'm like, oh, okay. Right. So I go out there, and I start doing my walking, and I'm drinking my waters and everything, because I am the Pepsi queen. I love me a Pepsi. So one thing about, so I love everything that blood pressure hates. I love caffeine. I love salt. I love fried, so everything that blood pressure hates, I love. So, I'm adjusted to the diet and everything, and I have this 1 month to get myself together, and I'm talking to my little trainer. I have a trainer and everything, and, he's trying to motivate me for greatness, and my body just is not having it. I'm tired. So I cut my travel. I did cut my travel. I only went to one event. I couldn't have even moved for my first event. And I had to do that via live stream because I couldn't even move. I mean, my eyes, my head was in a complete fog for the next 2 weeks. And yes, yes, exactly. I was in a total fog, and right about the time that the first event was happening is when I started lifting up. Those pills, and I have to break these pills in half. Thank you, Rosina. I have to break these pills in half, so I have to wake up in the morning, break a pill in half, try to get something to eat, all of this stuff. It's all craziness, right? So, we're going through that. And I'm like, okay. So she comes back with the results saying that my cholesterol is supposed to be what? I think 120. My cholesterol was 198. Okay. So, that's atrocious. So she's basically saying that all of my blood pressure problems is because of my food that I've been eating and the traveling and yada yada. So, yes. Yes, it is horrible. It's absolutely horrible. So, finally get the pressure to come down. Okay? And my pressure started leveling out around the 15th of June. Well, I was not home on the 15th of June. If I'd been home, it may have not been as bad, but I was traveling. I shouldn't have traveled so soon. I shouldn't have done it. So, but, we still made it happen. And when my blood pressure went down, it just went bloom, like this, like on the 15th. My body felt it. And everything that the blood pressure had stopped, okay, went back into effect. And so, needless to say, that was a mess. I was not prepared for all of that. So, thank goodness for founders and sponsors who had sent stuff. Yes, I got to get off of the meds. So, I went ahead and, so I knew that the medicine was working. So, but it started another problem. Okay, because once the blood pressure went down, it erupted another situation. So I get 2 doctor's appointments today because of this. So the first doctor, we're here at the first doctor now. We're here today. So the first doctor is like, okay, here's your body, da 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 da. That appointment lasted probably about, when she finally got in there and everything, probably a good 30 minutes at the most. And I left out with an ultrasound appointment and some more medication. Yes, I know, right? I got to take care of myself. So next week I have to go back to the hospital for that. So then I have to sit and wait another hour for the next appointment. So I go in there, and the first thing, of course, but they did take my blood pressure and they did take my weight. So I did lose 4 pounds. I lost 4 pounds, not 5. I lost 4 pounds. And my blood pressure went down from 168 to over 114 to 138 over 88. Okay, 84. Okay, so it went down tremendously. Okay, right? So then, check this. So that was the first appointment. So of course they check it again. Yes, waiting an hour would increase it. You would think so, Jocelyn. You would think so. So I go down there, and in the process of waiting, I done went to another appointment. Yes, I got another doctor. I've acquired a third doctor, but it's dermatology, so you know. And so, went up there, met them, went there, whatever. Sitting outside, I went to sleep. Waiting, because my mother is in the appointment before mine. So I'm waiting on my mother to get out. In the process, I fall asleep. They call me in. They take my blood pressure. So we're at 138 over 684. Okay? When she takes my blood pressure again, an hour or so later, it's 122 over 88. I said, oh, okay. I said, all right, I'll take it. So then I have to wait for my doctor. So I wait for my doctor for another 20 minutes. In the process, she has me lay down again. Okay. So they have me lay down, and she reads my chart and everything. And she sees what the other doctor's giving me and whatever. And so she's like, oh, it went down, but you're still large. So you didn't lose enough. You lost 4 pounds, yay, but you didn't lose enough weight, so you're staying on the medicine. And I'm like, you said I need to lose this, and it go down, and this. So, but I was like, I was all disappointed, of course, because I don't want to be on the medicine. You said this. I'm hoping for this. Okay, so she makes me stand up. I'm a little dizzy because of my other issue. And so she gets me to lay down and take my blood pressure. Well, they took the blood pressure again, and it's 118. Okay? So it goes down from 122 to 118. And, no, it was 116. 116. And then she makes me stand up. And when I stand up again, it's 112. Okay, so my blood pressure is constantly going down during this whole scenario. And so she's saying, she's like, it's good, but no. So I'm waiting on my appointment, and she comes back, and she's like, okay, so I'm going to see, you're going back on your medicine. You're going to stay on your medicine because you're still the size you are. Your blood pressure is only going to go back up. So you have to come back and lose some weight, and then we can talk about taking you off blood pressure medicine. She said because when I was 20 pounds lighter, my blood pressure was the same amount that it is now without medication. So she's judging me on that. So apparently it didn't drop low enough. Fine. So I'm like, okay, so now in order for me to get off, so I'm on this medicine for 3 months now. It went from 1 month to now I have to do 3 months. So 4 days after my birthday, I have to go back into that doctor to hear, hopefully 20 plus pounds lighter, so that I can get off blood pressure medicine. So when I left, this is what I had to come with. Okay, this is the joys of working at home, right? So I have vitamin D. I have to take vitamin D because I work at home and I don't go in the sun, except to go get me something to eat. So I have to take vitamin D. You got blood pressure pills. And then you have another pill for my other little issue that I got going on. So, now hopefully this one is going to go away. This one, all I have to do is start getting into the sun, right? D is okay. Yeah, you're supposed to have and for people that don't know, you're supposed to have a 100 store for D. You're supposed to have a 100 store. I had a 4. I had a whole 4. So needless to say, I have to take this 4 big mega ones, and I also have to take D every day, the smaller ones. So when you're working at home, make sure that you're going outside and getting that sun, or you're going out, or you're getting a supplement with some D in it, because you don't. Yes, I don't like the blood pressure medicine either. I'm not even excited about that at all. Like, none of it. But, you know, so basically she's telling me, because I done got big again, you know. I've been this size before. I was this size in 2014. But, yes, I got to walk every day. I agree. And I was this size in 2014 and had a 118 blood pressure. So I guess, you know, I'm older now, and plus I'm putting more stress on myself with the travel and whatever. So, but the lesson learned, hey, Simone. So the lesson learned, yes, lower stress, but I'm not stressed. I'm loving everything that I'm doing. That's the funny part about it. I'm not stressed. I'm not in pain. If anything, I sleep all I want to do is sleep all the time, which I do need to fix that. That's what the D is supposed to help me with. And then, of course, taking more iron, that's going to help me as well. But just say no to the Pepsi and fried chicken. Yes, Kenya. That's exactly right. Yes. So, yes, I am going to leave the Pepsis alone. Yeah, sometimes we do have stress. We don't know it. But, you know, right now, when I was doing stuff I didn't want to do in my life, I felt the stress. Yes, very important about the D. Very important about the D. Because D is part of your energy. So it's kind of like chloroform in a flower. So if the sun needs the flower needs the sun to get the chloroform, same thing with the D and us. So we got to be outside to make our D. Yes. And so, all in all, I'm excited about what I'm doing. You know, I am taking July off. So what am I going to be doing? I'm going to be working on products. I'm going to be working on webinars. I'm going to be doing live streamings. I'm going to be doing YouTube lives. Why? Because I got to start giving content out there. I need to start letting people know about different things that's going on. And, you know, start getting checked early. You know, when you're an entrepreneur, make sure you're doing the self-care. Because I wasn't doing the self-care. I was not doing it, obviously. Okay? But now that I am doing and got some kind of schedule together, yes, you know, I know it's a lot of different things I could be doing, and I'm getting ready to do those. You know, I enjoy walking. I have my complex is like a mile long. Yes. Okay. Yes, Maurice, exactly. And it's like, look, but the point is, all I have to do, basically, they're telling me to get rid of all this problem is lose 20 pounds. And be honest with you, when I did lose that 20 pounds before, I didn't have any of these problems. None of them. And then I actually went to lose another 15 on top of that after the fact. And I had none of these problems. No issues. None of this. So the goal is to start losing the weight because it's summertime. I can get out there and go do fun things. Go out and I've always wanted to do kickboxing classes. that'd be kind of fun, you know, or go out and walk in the park, or, you know, find a dog to walk or something, you know. I'm not an animal person in the name, but you know, whatever. You know, let's make it fun, you know. And that's what I want to say to you, all of you. Start taking care of yourself. If you're carrying too much on you, start the walking. You know, I'm living proof that, you know, it'll sneak up on you even if you're doing what you love to do. When you're encouraging others and you're pouring into other people, yes, oh, your body can take things as stress. Yes, it is. It's very dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. But so so the lessons that I learned, let's break them down because I've been telling you throughout this story. First off, make sure that you're getting outside and getting some sun. Make sure that you're getting that D. That's your body makes D naturally. And if you just go outside, it'll start making making the D for you. And that helps with, yes, your body is a temple. Exactly. So start going outside and doing some things. So if you're an entrepreneur that stays at home and works from home, make sure to make some time in your day to get some sun, because you will end up on vitamin supplement D just like me. I have to go and purchase a vitamin because I sit in the house and work all day. Come on. Ridiculousness. When all I have to do is go outside and go do an activity. You need to have 100 store of D. That is a normal store of D. If you do not have 100 store of D, then you need to start taking your D supplements or going outside and making your D happen. Okay? That is vitamin D. Then, number 2, you know, making sure that you are working out. Yes, you know, leave the cokes alone and all of that, you know, and while we're sitting, you know, we're entrepreneurs and we're sitting at home and we're making things happen, or we're working from home, you know, making things happen. And the process, our bodies are used to go, go, go. You know, we're built to go. But if we sit, the pounds creep. And i.e., I'm the prime example of the pounds creeping up. Even though you're doing what you love to do. You're in the air, you're talking to people, you're networking, you're speaking, you're doing all this stuff. And then you look at your pictures and you notice, oh, that dress didn't fit as well as it did before. Ooh, I can't even put my butt in that dress no more. Ooh, you know, woo, it's time to go get another wardrobe change. Woo, you know, let us not bring the numbers up when we can just go outside and start doing that workout. Okay, woo, you know, I mean, and I'm speaking from experience. Yes, it's comical, but yes, it's real. And then lastly, you know, you don't want these blood pressure issues. All of the things that I'm going through now is weight related. Weight related. Because if we don't treat our bodies like temples and we add stuff on there, if this is not your normal body weight, according to the charts, I'm supposed to be 119. I was 119 at one point. I was actually 84 pounds at one point in my life. And when I was at my plateau weight, I was 110. But before medication and all that kind of stuff. But I'm good at 110 to 130 ish, in that range. So needless to say, I'm nowhere near that. So you got to find out where your good goal weight is, where your body's comfortable, and it'll tell you because it will plateau. I have 3 weights that I plateau. I plateau at 170, I plateau at 130, and then I plateau at 110. So knowing where you plateau at and getting to that area where you can function, where your body's comfortable, you have to start listening to your body. It will tell you. It will tell you. And you will start having optimum energy and start putting good stuff in the body. Water, fresh fruits and vegetables and all that good stuff. Cooking healthy. I hate cooking. McDonald's. I have 30 restaurants down the street from my house. I moved here for a reason. I hate cooking. I know how, but I don't like to. I don't like to. It's like, because it's just me. But now I'm going to have to start making healthy choices. And so for the month of July, I'm going to be chronicling my healthy choices because I got to keep myself accountable. And I have all these lovely little accountability partners here that's been watching my scope and my live streams that's going to hold me accountable. So thank you. But at the end of the day, these are the lessons that we need to learn. We got to start taking care of us. We got to make sure that we are here so that we can pour into others. We all have a purpose in this world. And if we're not taking care of ourselves, then we can't work in our purpose. We can't do what we're ordained to do. And if I plan to do what I'm here to do, then I'm going to have to make the lifestyle changes like Maurice is saying over here. Regular exercise, daily nutrition, proper sleep. Yes. Got to go for the long haul. That's right. So if I plan on being here to 70, 80, 90, 100 years old, then I got to get it together because right now I'm looking at 60, maybe 70 at the most. And I'm just taking years off my life for ridiculousness. So I hope that somebody got a lesson out of this scope. I wanted to share it because there's a lot of people that's going through this thing. And sometimes we got to hold a mirror to our face and say, look, we're worth it. And even though it's going to be hard and it's going to be uncomfortable. And it's amazing how we can do certain things that other people find uncomfortable. But what we find uncomfortable may be, minute to somebody else. But working out, being healthy, all that's uncomfortable for me. Because I'm an emotional eater. I do know that about myself as well. So dealing with that is going to be issue. So as I shed pounds, I'm going to be dealing with the things that put the pounds on me in the first place. So that's going to be a journey within itself. I did that before when I lost weight. So knowing that if you're an emotional eater, you're going to have to deal with the things that you've been hiding with the weight. So that's another thing. But at the end of the day, you'll learn more about yourself, you'll be healthier, and you'll be here longer so that you can pour into others. So that is my story today. You got the short version in the middle and the long version right here at the end. I want to thank you, and I hope that this helps somebody. If you're just coming in here, definitely listen to the replay because every once in a while people need to hear that everybody goes through things too. It's not everything that glitters is not gold, and whereas I'm strong in a lot of areas, this is an area that I'm not very strong in. Wellness and health and all that. That's nothing that I'm really strong in. It is what it is. But I can I can speak. I'm speaking life. I'm speaking life. So here's the beginning of my journey. And the journey is going to be going on until September 28th. So I guess this is June 28th to September 28th, 3 full months. And we are going to make this happen. So, until the next time, bye.